Welcome to Informal Assessment Options for Kindergarten by Krista Diamond. Informal assessments. Informal assessments are assessments used in a classroom for all students. Using these assessments throughout the academic year will provide you with a way to track student mastery of required grade level power standards. They can also provide insight to individual student achievements and deficits. Using informal assessment to set up small group learning centers will enable you to group students with similar learning skills. These assessments are used to drive instruction to meet student needs. Our first assessment is the journal assessment. In kindergarten, we have a kid writing journal. It is a way to assess students in letter formation, phonemic awareness, sentence structure, fine motor skills, and concept of illustration and words throughout the year. It provides a running record that we can share with parents so that they can see their students' progress. It's also an easy way to quickly see their mastery of the skills that you have taught to date. You can make journals. At the beginning of the year, we just use plain paper journals, and by the end of the year, they are using large lined paper. You can also use an iPad. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantage of using the iPad is that it easily stores work samples. A disadvantage is that the technology does not provide students with the precise writing ability as you get with a pencil and paper. Behavior data assessments. These assessments are used to collect data and track unwanted behavior. During this time of collection, you will see possible triggers, the frequency of behaviors, and it provides a communication tool for not only the parents, but also for an IEP team should it come to that as far as the behavior is needed. It also can involve a reward system, which in turn will often help a student take ownership of their behavior. Assistive technology, you can use behavior charts, iPads. You can use apps such as Dojo, hard one to say, and quiet prompts. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantage, students often take ownership of their choices. It's quick tracking. You are able to focus on a small increment of time, and it provides data to use as basis of the IEP information. Disadvantage, it can be very time consuming for a classroom teacher when they already have a room full of students besides the one they're tracking, and is often hard to track on a daily basis. Next would be a checklist assessment. This is a great way to track such kindergarten skills as letter recognition, writing, and sound recognition, reading of CVC words and sight words, number recognition, number writing, oral counting, and counting of items. All of these would be for report card purposes. It provides a simple assessment to monitor skills mastered and monitor kindergarten standards. You could just use a checklist. Advantage, it's easy to record. You often only have to do it 3 or 4 times a year, depending on your report card schedule. You can compare the individual student to others so that you can make small groups. The disadvantage, it can be very time consuming. Each individual skill is assessed, and so that would mean 24 times if you had 24 students times how many skills you are assessing. Finally, the observation assessments. These are the most popular in kindergarten. We use these to assess following routines, students following classroom and school rules, students showing responsibility, academic skills introduced. It works because it's quick and easy, and it can be performed during whole class instruction, and you get immediate results. You can use assistive technology such as apps like Smarty Ants and Dreambox, morning worksheets, exit tickets, and instructional questions. An advantage is the apps will track the progress for you. A disadvantage is students need to be able to do the apps independently. Finally, here are 2 examples of informal assessments. On the left is an example of kid writing, and on the right would be a behavior chart. They are simple and customized for your particular class, and therefore can be teacher-made to meet your specific needs.